The Greatest Showman is directed by Michael Gracey, written by Jenny Bicks and Bill Condon, and it stars Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Michelle Williams, and Zendaya, among others. This film is an original musical inspired by the imagination of P.T. Barnum, and it celebrates the birth of show business, telling the tale of the visionary who rose from nothing to create a spectacle that became a worldwide sensation that is celebrated till this day. I was damn excited for this film because if there's one word to describe the trailers for this movie, is wonderful. And the film certainly has flaws, but it is certainly that same thing. This movie is wonderful. The set designs, the songs, the choreography, the singing, the lyrics, they are all wonderful. They all celebrate this fantastic and wild dream that P.T. Barnum had, and he went for it with all the risks at hand, and he did it. Despite all the obstacles and adversities, despite all the doubters, he did it. He found a home for people who at the time were social outcasts. From trapeze artists to a bearded lady to a freakishly tall man, a freakishly fat man, and a freakishly hairy man. This film, in all its elements, is 100% commitment. If you are not a fan of musicals, you should know this movie is 50-50. People will be talking in one scene, and in that same scene, they will break into song whenever a line of them comes up, just organically. And that fits into the film because, again, it's committed. Again, the set design, all of it seems like it's a set. It's a piece of theater that you are watching here, and you are watching them assemble it, and you are seeing the spectacle as it goes on. That's how the movie commits to it. They want to get you to the spectacle, to the show, to the performances, to the musical numbers, and they all work very well. Hugh Jackman in this movie is absolutely fantastic. He is charming, he is lovable, and he is a man that you can relate to. He came from nothing, but he committed, just like the film, to a dream that he had, proving that as long as you commit, as long as you take risks, as long as your heart is in the right place, it will work out eventually. Not in the way you might think, but it will work out. I myself, if you see my subscriber count, is not that high, but just this year I was press at a big event in my country, and that is just an example. I say again, the world doesn't deserve this man because this dude can do anything. He is wonderful in this film. And Zac Efron is great, Zendaya is great, the choreography again from these two, the chemistry between these two oozes off screen, and Michelle Williams as P.T. Barnum's wife is excellent as well. The flaws of this movie really come with the story, and saying it's rushed is not necessarily the right way of saying it, but you can see that this movie wants to move along. This film doesn't stop. This film shows you certain obstacles, these characters find certain adversities, and they move along to a song, to a scene of choreography where they are celebrating love or celebrating the fact that they found this home together in the circus, and the film just wants to commit to that, and it does commit to that. The emotional moments did get me, but the flaws come with the fact that things are too easily resolved in this film. Problems are too easily fixed in this film. At one point, something happens in P.T. Barnum's personal life, and the scene after that is just people singing about how they fixed the situation. That might throw some viewers off. And it did to me for a second. But then you realize, again, the film commits to what it wants to bring you. There is one storyline or other that may seem weaker, and they are, but they are deliberately so. The film wants to bring you into the show and celebrate with you, and the film all commits to that in all its elements. What they want to give you with this film is what you are looking for, a great musical piece that feels like a spectacle, and it really does feel like it. The CGI may seem weak at points, and it does, but deliberately so. They did want to commit to the fact that you are watching a P.T. Barnum show. And even in the film, they address that it may be a farce, but it puts a smile on people's faces. And that's what this movie wanted to do, and it accomplishes that beautifully. And some storylines might not feel fulfilling, but they all have a place in the film to build to some emotion that you get from the characters. And I personally did get it when they needed me to do that. The Greatest Showman has got the right tone, the right message. It's a crowd pleaser for all ages and fitting of the holiday that we find ourselves upon right now. It celebrates the vision this man had, it celebrates imagination, it celebrates creativity, it celebrates humanity, as they say at one point in the film, and that all worked for me. It's not an all-time great, but The Greatest Showman certainly is a martini, a good time, anytime. What did you think of The Greatest Showman, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Were you hyped for this film? Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite song from this movie. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the freaking best. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I maybe have one more review until the end of the year in my top 10 best and worst films of the year, and I can't wait to bring you those. And so until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so you can be geeky united!